Close your eyes for an instant. Disconnect from the sensory world. Ignore the notifications, the traffic, the demands of the day. Descend into the silence of your own being. Imagine, for a moment, that you are standing in the center of a vast, infinite cavern filled with gold, rare gems, and ancient artifacts of power. The walls shimmer with a light that has no source. This is not a fairy tale. This is a topographical map of your interior reality. You have been looking outside for answers. You have been looking to the stock market, to the government, to your employer, and to other people for your supply and your safety. This is the error of the ages. The master, Dr. Joseph Murphy, teaches us the first and most terrifying truth of the code. Infinite riches are all around you, if you will open your mental eyes and behold the treasure house of infinity within you. You are currently operating as a beggar sitting on a chest of gold. You are asking for pennies when you possess the mint. This audiobook is the key to that chest. We are not here to discuss hope. We are here to discuss the mechanical scientific application of the subconscious mind to extract wealth, health, and dominion from the ether. There are two types of men in this world. There is the magnetized man, who is full of confidence and faith. He knows that he is born to win and to succeed. Then there is the type of man who is demagnetized. He is full of fears and doubts. Opportunities come, and he says, I might fail, or I might lose my money, or people will laugh at me. This type of man will not get very far in life because, if he is afraid to go forward, he will simply stay where he is. The difference is not in their education. It is not in their family lineage. It is not in their luck. The difference is in their connection to the treasure house. The Murphy Code is based on the premise that there is a miracle-working power in your subconscious mind that can heal you of your sickness, make you vital and strong again, and guide you to your perfect place in life. It is not a metaphorical power. It is a literal, dynamic force. It is the same force that moves the stars and grows the grass. You must understand that your subconscious mind is a bed of soil. It accepts any seed you plant in it. It does not judge. It does not argue. It creates. If you plant thorns, fear, you will harvest a thicket of pain. If you plant corn, wealth, you will harvest a silo of abundance. You have been planting weeds unconsciously for years. Today we burn the weeds. This journey is about taking conscious control of the planting process. You are the gardener. You are the architect. You are the captain. The treasure house is waiting. It contains the solution to every problem, the answer to every prayer, and the check for every bill. But it is locked by your own belief system. The only thing that keeps you from your good is your own thought. As we begin this initiation, you must make a decision. You must decide to stop being a victim of circumstance and start being a master of law. You must decide that there is an infinite intelligence within you that knows the way, and you are going to listen to it. Prepare yourself. We are going to wipe the dust off the lens of your mind. We are going to activate the machinery of the deep self. Affirmations of the treasure house. I am the master of my own mind, and I claim the treasures within. I know that infinite riches are freely circulating in my life. I open my spiritual eyes to behold the abundance of the universe. I plant only seeds of love, wealth, and harmony in the garden of my soul. I am a magnetized being, attracting my good with irresistible power. Chapter 2. The Dual Mind Mechanism. We must now understand the machine. You possess only one mind, but your mind possesses two distinct characteristics. The line of demarcation between the two is well known to all thinking men and women today. The two functions of your mind are essentially unlike. Each is endowed with separate and distinct attributes and powers. The nomenclature generally used to distinguish the two functions of your mind is as follows: the objective and subjective mind, the conscious and subconscious mind, the waking and sleeping mind, the surface self and the deep self. Dr. Murphy uses the most powerful metaphor of all: the captain and the engine room. Imagine a massive ocean liner. You are the captain. You stand on the bridge. You are the conscious mind. You have the binoculars. You see the horizon. You make the decisions. Full steam ahead. Turn 20 degrees north. You give the orders. Now imagine the engine room. This is the subconscious mind. The men in the engine room do not see the ocean. They do not know where the ship is going. They do not care if there is an iceberg ahead or a tropical paradise. Their only job is to obey the orders sent down from the bridge. If the captain says full stop, they stop. If the captain says full speed into the rocks, they go full speed into the rocks. This is your life. You have been a careless captain. You have been standing on the bridge shouting orders of fear, poverty, and sickness down to the engine room. You look at a bill and say, I can't pay this. The engine room hears, command received, create lack of funds. You look at the flu season news and say, I always get sick. The engine room hears, command received, lower immune system, initiate fever. The subconscious mind cannot take a joke. It takes you at your word. It has no sense of humor. It is a faithful servant, but it is blind to the outcome. It only knows the order. To master the Murphy Code, you must learn to stand watch at the gate of the mind. The conscious mind has the power of choice. It has the power of rejection. When a negative thought tries to enter, a thought of, I am not good enough, or the market is crashing, you, the captain, have the authority to say, I reject this cargo. It is not allowed on my ship. Most people leave the bridge unattended. They let the random suggestions of the world, the news, the gossip, the fears of others, take the wheel. This is why their ship crashes. You must understand that the subconscious mind works by the law of deduction. It assumes the premise is true and works out the conclusion. If you assume life is hard, it will deduce 1,000 scenarios to prove to you that life is hard. It will cause you to miss the bus, lose your wallet, and get into an argument just to prove your premise correct. But if you change the premise to God is my instant supply, the engine room will deduce 1,000 scenarios to prove that. Checks will arrive, friends will help, health will return. The mechanism is neutral. It is like electricity. Electricity can light up a home or electrocute a man. It does not care. It depends on how you use it. You are using the voltage of the infinite. Will you use it to burn your house down or to illuminate your world? You must become a disciplined captain. Every thought is an order. Every emotion is the fuel. Stop giving orders that you do not want fulfilled. Never finish a negative statement. Reverse it immediately, and wonders will happen in your life. Affirmations of the captain. I am the captain of my soul and the master of my fate. I give only orders of health, wealth, and happiness to my subconscious. I stand guard at the door of my mind, admitting only the truth. I know that my subconscious is a faithful servant that manifests my will. I reverse every negative thought instantly into a positive decree. Chapter 3. The Miracle-Working Frequency. There is a power within you that has never been sick, never been poor, and never been afraid. Murphy calls this the miracle-working power. It is the presence of the infinite intelligence lodged in your deeper mind. Many people view the subconscious as merely a storage hard drive for memories. It is that, but it is infinitely more. It is the bridge to the universal mind. It is the builder of your body. It knows the blueprint of your perfect health. It knows the location of the hidden gold mine. It knows the answer to the mathematical problem you cannot solve. When you tap into this power, you enter the miracle-working frequency. A miracle is not a violation of natural law. It is the operation of a higher law that the uninitiated do not understand. When you use the laws of aerodynamics, you fly. To a man from the 12th century, a plane is a miracle. To a pilot, it is mechanics. The Murphy Code teaches that scientific prayer is the method of tuning into this frequency. Scientific prayer is not begging. It is not beseeching a distant God on a cloud to have mercy on you. It is the harmonious interaction of the conscious and subconscious levels of mind, scientifically directed for a specific purpose. If you are in trouble, the miracle-working power is ready to respond, but it responds to faith and acceptance. It does not respond to coercion. You cannot force a flower to grow by pulling on the leaves. You water it, you give it sun, and the internal intelligence of the seed does the work. Think of your problem. Now, realize that the solution already exists. If you have a question, the answer exists. If you have a desire, the fulfillment exists. The problem and the solution are two sides of the same coin. You cannot have one without the other. The miracle working power is the agent that flips the coin. We must discuss the concept of the universal subconscious. You are not an island. Your subconscious is continuous with the one universal mind. This is why you can pray for someone else who is thousands of miles away and they get healed. There is only one mind. In that mind, there is no time and space. When you operate in this frequency, you move from competition to creation. You do not need to take from another. You draw from the infinite. The miracle working power is inexhaustible. You have likely experienced this in small ways. A hunch, an intuition, a coincidence that saved you. That was the power whispering to you. Now, we want to turn that whisper into a roar. We want to make the miraculous a daily occurrence. To activate this, you must remind yourself daily. There is a wisdom within me that knows all, sees all, and has the power to do all. Trust it. Lean on it. Stop trying to solve everything with your limited, logical, conscious brain. The conscious brain is only 5% of your capacity. The miracle power is the other 95%. Hand the problem over. Say to your subconscious, solve this, and then let it go with the confidence that it is done. Affirmations of the miracle. I am one with the infinite intelligence that governs the universe. I expect miracles to follow me every day of my life. I trust the inner wisdom to guide me to perfect solutions. I know that for every problem, there is a divine solution ready to appear. I release my struggles to the God self within, and I am free. Chapter 4. The decree of cellular regeneration. Your body is a shadow. It is a projection of the mind. Murphy states clearly, the body is the disk on which the mind records. If your mind is filled with thoughts of resentment, anger, fear, and jealousy, these emotions generate toxins. They disrupt the natural rhythm of your heart, your digestion, and your sleep. Sickness is essentially mental confusion solidified in the flesh. But here is the glorious news. Since the body is built by the subconscious, it can be repaired by the subconscious. The same intelligence that formed your body from a single cell in your mother's womb knows exactly how to heal a cut, mend a bone, or eliminate a tumor. It holds the perfect blueprint of you. We call this chapter the decree of cellular regeneration. We are moving away from the concept of fighting sickness and toward the concept of establishing health. You must stop talking about your ailments. Stop naming them. Stop owning them. When you say my back pain, you are signing a lease. You are claiming it as your property. The subconscious says, okay, we will keep the back pain since it is yours. Instead, you must use the passage over technique. You must pass thoughts of health, vitality, and perfection over to the subconscious mind. The best time to do this is when you are in a drowsy state, which we will discuss later. But even during the day, you must affirm, the healing presence is now at work in every cell of my body. You must forgive. We will dedicate a whole chapter to this, but know now that you cannot be physically healthy if you are mentally hateful. Resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It rots the bones. Many incurable diseases are simply solidified resentment. When the forgiveness flows, the circulation improves, the blockages clear, and the energy returns. Visualize the river of life. Imagine a golden river of peace flowing through your veins. See it washing away the dark spots. See your organs lighting up. This is not just imagination. You are directing energy. Where attention goes, energy flows. Do not be a hypochondriac of the mind. Do not check your symptoms every 5 minutes to see if you are better. That is digging up the seed. Plant the seed of health and walk away. Trust the healer within. There is no condition that is immune to the power of the subconscious. It has healed cancer, blindness, paralysis, and tuberculosis. The medical record is full of spontaneous remissions. These are not accidents. These are people who, consciously or unconsciously, touch the button of the miracle-working power. You are the only person who thinks in your mind. You are the only person who feeds your body with thoughts. Feed it a diet of love, peace, and harmony, and your body will reflect that diet with radiant health. Affirmations of regeneration. I am the perfect expression of divine life and energy. I command every cell in my body to align with the blueprint of perfect health. I see the river of peace flowing through me, washing away all impurity. I refuse to identify with sickness. I identify with the infinite healer. I am whole. I am perfect. I am strong. I am powerful. I am loving. I am harmonious. I am happy. Chapter 5. The Infinite Bank of the Subconscious. Let us strip away the guilt immediately. It is your right to be rich. You are here to lead the abundant life. You are here to be happy, radiant, and free. You should have all the money you need to do what you want to do, when you want to do it. Poverty is not a virtue. Poverty is a mental disease. It is a restriction of the life force. God, or the universe, is lavish. Look at nature. It is wasteful in its abundance. There are millions of stars, billions of blades of grass. The universe does not know lack. Lack is a human invention. Dr. Murphy teaches that money is merely a symbol. It is a symbol of exchange. It represents freedom from want. It represents beauty, luxury, benevolence, and refinement. When your blood is circulating freely in your body, you are healthy. When money is circulating freely in your life, you are economically healthy. When people begin to hoard money, to put it in tin boxes and become fearful, there is economic illness. The code requires you to make friends with money. Many people secretly hate money. They say, money is the root of all evil, or rich people are crooks. If you condemn money, it will fly from you. You do not stay where you are not wanted. If you criticize your friend, he leaves. If you criticize money, it leaves. You must begin to see money as God's energy in circulation. The infinite bank of the subconscious is never bankrupt. It does not follow the fluctuations of Wall Street. It follows the fluctuations of your internal state. Here is the master technique for wealth, the royal road to riches. You must convey the idea of wealth to your subconscious mind. The trouble with most people is that they have no invisible means of support. When their business fails, they are helpless. But the man who knows the laws of mind is never destitute. He can rebuild his fortune from the ashes because the mint is inside him. Use the word wealth. Just the word. Say it to yourself. Wealth. Do not say, I am a millionaire, if your mind rejects it. That creates a conflict. But the word wealth is a fact. It exists. Repeat it slowly, quietly, and feelingly. Wealth. Success. Wealth. Your subconscious is like a bank. It magnifies whatever you deposit. If you deposit thoughts of, I can't afford it, it magnifies your debt. If you deposit thoughts of, there is always a divine surplus, it magnifies your bank account. Never ever say, I can't afford it, even if you have $1 in your pocket. Say instead, I accept the abundance of the universe. Or, I buy it in my mind. Envy is the great destroyer of wealth. If you see a competitor succeed and you feel envious, you are telling your subconscious, success is bad. You are driving it away. You must bless the rich. You must rejoice in their prosperity. By blessing them, you attract that same prosperity to yourself. Open the account today. The currency is thought. The interest rate is infinite. Affirmations of the infinite bank. I am a magnet for money. I like it, and I use it wisely. I bless all those who are wealthy, knowing there is plenty for all. I know that wealth is a state of consciousness, and I occupy that state now. I claim my divine right to overflow with abundance. I am constantly circulating good, and it returns to me multiplied. Chapter 6. The technique of the mental movie theory is useless without technique. How do we actually program the machine? Dr. Murphy synthesizes the wisdom of the ages into a specific method often called the Baudoin Technique, or the mental movie. The best time to impregnate your subconscious is when the conscious mind is suspended. This happens just before you go to sleep and just after you wake up. In this drowsy state, akin to a trance, the editor of the mind, the logical, critical faculty, is off duty. The door to the engine room is wide open. Here is the protocol. 1. Immobilize the body. Lie down or sit in a comfortable chair. Relax every muscle. Let go of the tension. Tell your body to be still. 2. Induce drowsiness. Breathe deeply and slowly. Let your eyes get heavy. You want to be in a state where you are awake enough to think, but too lazy to move. 3. Construct a short phrase or scene. Do not make it a long narrative. The subconscious likes brevity and rhythm. If it is money, imagine holding a check in your hand. Feel the paper, see the zeros, or simply repeat, wealth, success. If it is health, imagine doing something you would do if you were well. Playing tennis, running, hearing a doctor say, "It's a miracle, you are cured." 4. Loop it. Run this mental movie over and over again like a broken record, or repeat your phrase like a lullaby. 5. Feel the reality. This is crucial. It is not just a visual exercise, it is a sensory one. Feel the handshake. Smell the new car. Hear the congratulations. The feeling is the secret. 6. Drift into sleep. Let the loop carry you into the deep ocean of the subconscious. This is not daydreaming. Daydreaming is an escape from reality. This is controlled imagination. It is the creation of reality. The subconscious cannot tell the difference between a real event and one that is vividly imagined. If you imagine a lemon and bite into it in your mind, your mouth waters physically. The body responds to the image. Reality responds to the image. Do not force it. Do not use willpower. Willpower implies resistance. It implies you are trying to lift a heavy object. In the mind, there are no heavy objects. Use touch. Touch the objects in your imagination. It makes them solid. The mantra is, "It is done." When you come out of the silence, you must feel a sense of relief. You have placed the order. You do not worry about the delivery truck. You know the order is placed. If doubt creeps in during the day, say to yourself, "I have seen the end. It is finished," and return to the feeling of the mental movie. Affirmations of the technique. I use my imagination to build the life I desire. I visualize my success with clarity and feeling. I impress my subconscious with positive images in the drowsy state. I know that what I imagine is the real cause of my future. I rest in the certainty that my mental movie is hardening into fact. Chapter 7. The Lifeward Trend of the Universe. You are not fighting against the universe. You are not swimming upstream. The fundamental nature of the universe is life. It wants to expand. It wants to grow. It wants to express itself. Look at a wound on your finger. You do not have to will it to heal. The life force immediately goes to work to knit the skin back together, to fight infection, to restore wholeness. The tendency of the subconscious is always lifeward. When you are sick or poor or unhappy, you are actually fighting the current. You are holding onto a rock in the middle of the stream, screaming that life is hard. Let go of the rock. The stream flows toward the ocean of abundance naturally. Dr. Murphy teaches that God is the life principle. This life principle is always seeking to express itself through you as harmony, health, and joy. Why then is there suffering? Because of interference. Your negative thoughts, your fears, and your ignorance interfere with the flow of the life principle. You are crimping the hose. The Murphy Code is about removing the interference. When you stop worrying, you stop blocking the flow. When you stop hating, you stop blocking the flow. Trust the life principle. It knows more than you do. It spins the earth. It beats your heart. It digests your food. Do you trust it to digest your dinner? Yes. You don't supervise your stomach. Why then do you try to supervise your finances with anxiety? Why do you try to micromanage your relationships with fear? Trust the lifeward trend. Assume that things are working out for you. Assume that the universe is conspiring to help you. This is the paranoia of the mystic, the belief that everything is a plot to make you happy, even the setbacks. even the failures. They are redirections toward the lifeward trend. When you align with this trend, you become lucky. Luck is just a word for alignment with the flow. You show up at the right time. You meet the right people. You say the right things, not because you calculated it, but because you are riding the wave of the infinite. Stop struggling. Stop straining. Relax into the arms of the infinite. It wants you to be rich. It wants you to be well. You are the only one standing in the way. Affirmations of the trend. I align myself with the lifeward trend of the universe. I trust the life principle to flow through me as health and wealth. I remove all interference of fear and doubt. I flow with the stream of abundance, knowing it leads to good. I am supported by the infinite power that sustains the stars. Chapter 8. The Law of Reversed Effort. Have you ever tried to remember a name? You grit your teeth, you strain, you force your brain, and it won't come. The harder you try, the further away it gets. Then you give up. You say, I'll think of it later. And 10 seconds later, it pops into your mind. This is the law of reversed effort. It was formulated by the French psychologist Coué. When your desires and your imagination are in conflict, your imagination invariably gains the day. If you put a plank of wood on the floor, you can walk across it easily. Your desire is to walk, and your imagination says, I can walk. Now put that same plank 100 feet in the air between two buildings. You desire to walk across it, but your imagination pictures you falling. You will not walk across it. The harder you try, willpower to not fall, the more likely you are to fall. Mental effort spells failure. In the Murphy Code, we do not use willpower. We use imagination. Willpower is the conscious mind trying to force the subconscious. It creates tension. The subconscious rebels against coercion. When you say, I want to be healed, but I cannot, the cannot wins. When you say, I will try hard to be rich, you are implying that you are currently poor and that it is difficult. The subconscious accepts the difficult. You must be effortless. Think of the pink elephant. If I tell you, don't think of a pink elephant, you immediately think of one. Your effort to suppress it summons it. So, do not fight your problems. Do not fight your poverty. Do not fight your bad habits. Displace them. Replace the picture of the pink elephant with a picture of a blue tiger. Replace the picture of poverty with a picture of abundance. Do not say, I will not smoke. Say, I am free. Do not say, I will not be poor. Say, I am wealthy. The solution is in the mental movie. Chapter 6. When you enter the drowsy state, you are bypassing the willpower. You are slipping the suggestion past the guards. Be like the water. Water is soft, but it cuts through rock over time. Not by force, but by persistence. Easy does it. Gently, quietly. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength. Affirmations of ease. I release all struggle and strain. I manifest with ease. I use my imagination to create, not my willpower to force. I flow around obstacles like water. I imagine the end result, and the means take care of themselves. I am relaxed, calm, and confident in the power of my mind. Chapter 9. The Sovereign Right to Abundance. Let us settle the theological and moral argument once and for all. Is it holy to be poor? Dr. Murphy says, no. You are here to grow, expand, and unfold spiritually, mentally, and materially. You have the inalienable right to fully develop and express yourself along all lines. This requires resources. Why be satisfied with just enough to go around when you can enjoy the riches of the infinite? In this chapter, we declare your sovereignty. Many good people suffer because they have a hidden subconscious belief that poverty is a badge of spiritual merit. They think God loves the poor more. This is a misunderstanding of ancient texts. Blessed are the poor in spirit means those who are humble and devoid of ego, not those who are broke. You cannot help the poor by being one of them. You can help them by curing yourself of the disease of poverty and showing them the way out. The sovereign does not apologize for his crown. You must stop apologizing for wanting money. You must stop feeling guilty when you spend money. When you pay a bill, do not do it with resentment. Do it with a blessing. I bless the person receiving this money. I bless the service they provided. I release this money with joy, and it returns to me 1,000-fold. This changes the energy of the transaction. You must assume the posture of the sovereign. Walk like you own the place. Not with arrogance, but with the quiet assurance that you are a child of the infinite. If you are a child of the king, you have access to the royal treasury. You do not beg for crumbs at the kitchen door. You sit at the table. Claim your heritage. I am a child of the living God. All that the Father has is mine. This is not blasphemy. This is the ultimate truth of your existence. You are a localized expression of the infinite. The infinite does not want its expression to be hungry or dressed in rags. Get rid of the something-for-nothing mentality. That is the mentality of the thief and the gambler. The sovereign gives value. The sovereign creates. The sovereign serves. And in return, the sovereign receives. Your wealth is a measure of your service to humanity. The more people you serve, the more value you add, the more the universe rewards you. Affirmations of sovereignty. I claim my divine heritage of wealth and freedom. I am a child of the infinite, and I accept my abundance now. I give value to the world, and the world returns value to me. I sit at the table of plenty, for it is my birthright. I am rich in mind, rich in spirit, and rich in material goods. Chapter 10. The Night Shift of the Soul. You spend 1/3 of your life asleep. This is not wasted time. This is when the subconscious works the hardest. This is the night shift of the soul. While your conscious mind sleeps, your subconscious heals your body, digests your food, and regulates your heart. It also works on the problems you gave it before you drifted off. Dr. Murphy insists, never go to sleep with a negative thought. Sleep is the great door. What you carry through that door, you multiply. If you watch the news before bed, murder, war, recession, you are carrying poison into the holy of holies. You are telling your subconscious, this is the world I live in, create more of it. You must create a pre-sleep ritual. Turn off the screens, read something inspiring, forgive everyone who annoyed you that day, we will cover this next, and then give the order. Subconscious, I want you to solve this problem while I sleep. Wake me up with the answer. Subconscious, heal this body while I rest. Subconscious, bring me the idea for the new business. Many of the world's greatest inventions, poems, and scientific discoveries came in dreams or immediately upon waking. The subconscious worked on them all night. You can also use sleep to change your personality. If you are timid, say to yourself as you fall asleep, I am bold, I am confident, I am poised. In the sleep state, your conscious barriers are down. You are reprogramming the operating system directly. Think of sleep as charging your battery, but you also get to choose the frequency of the charge. Charge it with love. Charge it with success. Wake up in the morning and say, thank you. The first thought in the morning determines the trajectory of the day. Do not grab the phone. Grab the feeling of gratitude. You have a staff of millions, your brain cells and subconscious forces, waiting for instructions. Do not let them stand idle. Put them to work on the night shift. Affirmations of the night. I enter the sleep state with a clean heart and a focused mind. I assign my subconscious the task of healing and prospering me while I rest. I wake up refreshed, inspired, and guided. I am always connected to the infinite, even in my sleep. I sleep in peace, and I wake in joy. Chapter 11. The harmony of the divine union relationships are the mirrors of the soul. Dr. Murphy speaks extensively on marriage and partnership, but the principles apply to all relationships. The code states, there is no one to change but yourself. If you are having marital problems or problems with a business partner, stop trying to fix them. Stop nagging. Stop criticizing. You are projecting your own internal chaos onto them. If you are jealous, it is because you feel insecure. If you are angry, it is because you feel unappreciated. The subconscious records your feelings about others and manifests them in your life. If you think, my husband is lazy, your subconscious will ensure he behaves in a lazy way around you to prove you right. To heal a relationship, you must pray for the other person. This is not a prayer of God, please make him stop drinking. That is a prayer of judgment. It is a prayer of recognition. I see the God in him. I see peace in him. I see success in him. When you affirm the best in another, you draw the best out of them. You cannot change anyone against their will, but you can change the atmosphere in which you both live. If you are looking for a partner, do not look for them in the bars or apps first. Look for them in your mind. Construct the mental equivalent of the partner you want. List their qualities. Honest, humorous, wealthy, spiritual, kind. Feel that they are already with you. Sleep with the feeling of a ring on your finger, if marriage is the goal. The subconscious will bring you together by the law of attraction. You will bump into them on the street. You will be introduced. It is mathematical. Avoid the ex-partner trap. Do not dwell on past hurts. If you hate your ex, you are tied to them. You are mentally sleeping with them every night. Cut the cord. Wish them well. I release you to your highest good. Only then are you free to welcome the new. Harmony is a state of mind. If you are harmonious within, you will attract harmonious people. If you are contentious within, you will attract war. Affirmations of harmony. I attract only relationships that are harmonious and loving. I see the divine in everyone I meet. I release everyone and everything that is not for my highest good. I am a center of peace, and I radiate love to all. I bless my partner, future partner, with all the good things of life. Chapter 12. The acid bath of forgiveness. You cannot travel far in a car with the parking brake on. Unforgiveness is the parking brake. It is also an acid that eats the container it is stored in. Dr. Murphy is categorical. You must forgive everyone who has ever hurt you if you want perfect health and happiness. This is not a moral suggestion. It is a mental hygiene requirement. When you resent someone, you are enslaved to them. They control your emotions. They control your blood pressure. They control your sleep. You are letting a person you dislike live rent-free in your head. Forgiveness is not for them. It is for you. It is the act of cutting the mental hook. You do not have to invite them to dinner. You do not have to trust them with your money. You simply have to stop wishing them harm and stop replaying the tape of the injury. How do you forgive the unforgivable? By realizing that they were acting out of their own pain and ignorance. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. And by realizing that holding on to it is killing you. Here is the acid bath technique. Visualize the person who hurt you. Say to them, I release you. I forgive you. I wish for you health, happiness, and peace. Do this every time they pop into your mind. At first, you will not mean it. You will be gritty. That's okay. Keep doing it. Eventually, the day will come when you think of them and there is no sting. No emotional reaction. That is when you know you are free. If you cannot forgive yourself, you are blocking the treasure house. God does not judge you. The universe does not judge you. You judge yourself. Your subconscious takes your self-judgment and creates punishment, failure, sickness, accidents. Stop punishing yourself. You made a mistake. You learned. Move on. I forgive myself completely. I am a new creation. Clean the slate. A dirty window cannot let in the light. Forgiveness cleans the glass. Affirmations of forgiveness. I freely forgive everyone who has ever injured me. I release the past and claim my freedom today. I wish peace, love, and joy to all, even my enemies. I forgive myself and accept my own divinity. I am free from the poison of resentment. Chapter 13. The choice of absolute joy. Happiness is a habit. It is not an accident. You must choose happiness. Most people wait for something to happen to make them happy. I will be happy when I get the money. I will be happy when I get married. This is the trap. You are postponing your life. The Murphy Code states, you must choose happiness now. When you open your eyes in the morning, say to yourself, I choose happiness today. I choose success today. I choose right action today. I choose love today. You are setting the thermostat. Dr. Murphy quotes Marcus Aurelius, a man's life is what his thoughts make of it. If you think unhappy thoughts, you will be unhappy. If you think happy thoughts, you will be happy. It sounds simplistic, but have you tried it? Have you truly tried to police your mind for one day and only entertain happy thoughts? It is a discipline. The victim mentality is addictive. We love to feel sorry for ourselves. It gets us attention, but it keeps us poor and sick. You must give up the luxury of self-pity. There is a chemical component to this. Joy releases healing hormones. Misery releases stress hormones. Happiness is the best medicine. Find things that make you laugh. Read funny books. Watch comedies. Do not take life so seriously. It is a game. You are the player, not the pawn. The spirit of joy is the presence of God within you. God is not a somber judge. God is bliss. When you are happy, you are closest to the divine. When you are grim, fearful, and angry, you are far from your source. Make a list of your blessings. What is working in your life? You can see, you can hear, you can walk. You have food. Focus on these. What you focus on expands. If you focus on your blessings, they multiply. If you focus on your problems, they multiply. Be the light in the room. When you are happy, you lift everyone else up. You become a magnet. Everyone wants to be around the person who radiates joy. It is the ultimate charisma. Affirmations of joy. I choose to be happy right here and right now. I focus on my blessings and they multiply. I am a radiator of sunshine and good cheer. I refuse to let external circumstances dictate my internal state. I am filled with the joy of the Lord, which is my strength. Chapter 14. The Law of Construction and Imagery. We must refine your architectural skills. The Bible says, "Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it." The Lord is the law of your subconscious mind. You are constantly building your future with your mental imagery. Are you building a hovel or a palace? Most people build a hovel of worry. They imagine failure. What if I lose my job? What if I get cancer? This is negative rehearsal. You are rehearsing the tragedy so that when it happens, you know the lines. Stop it. Start rehearsing the victory. Constructive imagery is the tool of the master. Before you go into a meeting, visualize the handshake, visualize the smile, visualize the signed contract. Before you go on a trip, visualize the safe arrival. Dr. Murphy tells the story of the great architect. Before a building is built, it is drawn on paper. Every detail is planned. The builders simply follow the plan. Your imagination is the blueprint. Your life is the building. If the building is crooked, check the blueprint. Do not let others doodle on your blueprint. Do not let the news draw disaster on your plans. Keep your blueprint secret. Go tell no man. When you share your big dreams with small minds, they will ridicule you. Their doubt acts as a damper on your fire. Keep your counsel. Build in the silence. Let the result be the announcement. If you have a fear, construct the opposite image. Fear of flying? Construct an image of yourself landing safely and hugging your family. Fear of public speaking? Construct an image of the audience applauding. Run that image until it crowds out the fear. The subconscious can only hold one dominant image at a time. Make sure it is the one you want. Affirmations of construction. I am the architect of my fate. I draw a blueprint of success. I visualize only the best possible outcomes. I protect my dreams from the doubts of others. I build my life on the foundation of faith and confidence. I see the end from the beginning, and it is good. Chapter 15. The Final Communion with the Infinite. We have traveled from the surface to the depths. We have learned the mechanics of the mind. Now, we reach the summit. The ultimate goal of the Murphy Code is not just money or health, it is union. It is the realization that you and the infinite are one. I and the Father are one. The Father is the universal subconscious, the divine intelligence. When you realize this, fear vanishes completely. For if God is for you, who can be against you? You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the ocean in a drop. You have access to all the wisdom, all the power, and all the love of the universe. It is right there, inside you, closer than your breathing, nearer than your hands and feet. Practice the presence of God. Throughout the day, stop and acknowledge the presence. God is walking with me. God is thinking through me. This elevates your vibration to the highest level. When you are in this state, you do not need to force manifestations. They happen automatically. You are a clear channel. The struggle is over. The fight is done. You have the code. You know how to plant the seed, thought. You know how to water it, faith, feeling. You know how to harvest it, action, receipt. Go forth now, not as a victim, but as a victor. Go forth as a master of the code. The treasure house is open. The captain is on the bridge. The engine room is humming. Set your course for the stars. Final affirmations of the Master. I am one with the infinite power. I live, move, and have my being in the divine. I am the master of my mind and the ruler of my world. I walk in the light of truth and success. It is done. And so it is.